to the ground, found something true. And everyone's looking round, thinking I'm going crazy. Oh, but I don't care what they say. I'm in love with you. They try to pull me away.
Yes, it can't separate us at all, right? It can't separate us at all.
By the vein that I keep on closing, you cut me open and I keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding, love. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. You cut me open.
Yes, bleeding lover, you cut me open. I'm bleeding. All the love, right? That's how we do it on the Clean Food Song FM 99.9, and it's now top of the hour 3 p.m. right here in St. Vincent and the rest of Eastern Caribbean. And it's time to present you our 3 p.m. news. Keep it locked on.
This is 99.9 Radio. Turn it up.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as the wider Caribbean, are being called upon to stand in solidarity in denouncing the actions of the United States of America in Venezuela and elsewhere. Head of the Venezuelan mission in SVG, Francisco Perez Santana, made this call earlier today during his appearance on WeFM's Activated Mornings program. He invited persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to a meeting at the Venezuelan Institute to denounce the USA's act of aggression. We hear more from Ambassador Perez.
So what I am trying to say is calling the people of St. Vincent and the Caribbean to protest and to denounce what can happen in this region if Donald Trump put the hand completely in our region. No? It's simple. And we had to protest, and we will call for a meeting on the 3rd, February the 3rd, in front of the Venezuelan Institute for Culture and Cooperation. That is next to the NDP headquarters at 5 o'clock, in some way to denounce what is happening in Venezuela and in the Caribbean. So I'm calling the people of St. Vincent to go there and have a presence there and protest there in some way. It's not a protest. It's a denounce.
Just right.
A denounce.
Okay. A show of solidarity.
Show solidarity, correct.
Right.
For to Venezuela and with the people of the Caribbean. Okay. All the people of the Caribbean, yes.
That was the head of the Venezuelan mission here in SVG, Francisco Perez Santana. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro was kidnapped by U.S. forces in a covert operation on January 3rd, 2026. And taken to the United States to face federal charges. He has since appeared in court in New York, where he has pleaded not guilty. Senior officials of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have held a series of meetings with representatives of the World Bank, focusing on priority development initiatives, economic resilience, and sustainable growth. Speaking at a reception and a cultural evening at the Holiday Inn and Suites on Friday, January 23rd, World Bank Executive Director Abdelhak Bedjawi said the visit was aimed at listening, learning, and strengthening the partnership with St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He noted that discussions provided insight into areas of progress and opportunities for improvement. Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday said the engagement allowed the country to highlight the urgency of its development needs and the importance of continued effective collaboration. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has been a member of the World Bank since 1982. Still on the local scene, Opposition leader Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has raised concerns about parliamentary accountability after the Speaker of the House ruled several of his questions inadmissible. Speaking on Star FM this morning, Dr. Gonsalves said 3 questions submitted for oral answers were rejected, while 4 others submitted for written responses remain unanswered. He argued that written questions follow different rules and should allow fuller explanations. Dr. Gonzalez confirmed that he has formally written to the newly appointed Governor General, insisting he will continue to challenge the rulings and will not allow the matter to fade. The issue comes ahead of the next sitting of Parliament, where the opposition leader says accountability must be upheld. On to news in the region. The government of Guyana has launched a comprehensive review of the country's Companies Act, aimed at modernizing the corporate regulatory framework. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nanlal says the legislation, which dates back to 1991, no longer reflects the realities of Guyana's rapidly expanding economy. He noted that the structure and scale of today's corporate sector are vastly different from those of the early 1990s, making reform unavoidable. Nanlal said the review will address stronger governance standards, including better protection for minority shareholders, enhanced transparency in company ownership, and stronger measures to deal with fraudulent conduct. The reforms are intended to support continued economic growth and create a more resilient and sophisticated business environment. Trinidad and Tobago's largest methanol producer, Proman, is pushing methanol as a lower emission transition fuel for transport and power generation across the Caribbean. The Switzerland-based company says methanol could help island states reduce reliance on imported diesel and heavy fuel oil, improving energy security and lowering emissions. Proman has established a subsidiary, Power 32, to develop methanol-to-power solutions, with Trinidad and Tobago positioned as the production hub. Deputy Managing Director Giselle Thompson says methanol's versatility makes it suitable for marine transport, heavy-duty vehicles, and electricity generation. Power 32 is focusing on CARICOM markets, offering long-term price stability and a faster conversion of existing power plants. Proman believes the strategy could support regional energy resilience while advancing the Caribbean's transition to cleaner fuels. Finally, on the international scene, Iran has issued fresh warnings to the United States as tensions escalate with the reported movement of a U.S. naval armada toward the region. Authorities in Tehran say any military strike would trigger serious and far-reaching consequences, with senior officials declaring Iran is ready for war if attacked. The warnings come as Iran continues to face nationwide protests and a prolonged internet blackout, now entering its third week. On Sunday, Tehran's municipality unveiled a billboard depicting a damaged U.S. aircraft carrier, underscoring the country's defiant message. Meanwhile, Iranian officials report new arrests linked to the protests, while human rights groups claim thousands have been detained or killed. Regional allies of Iran have also cautioned they could retaliate if conflict breaks out, raising fears of a wider regional confrontation. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WeFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided.